Welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium and the Aflac Kickoff Classic, and we are excited to get this college football season underway. Hello and welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, home of the Falcons here in Atlanta, Georgia. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Will kick it off to get us underway. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He's got great speed. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Taking on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Well, I'd say that's quite a way to make an early statement. Take the opening kickoff and run it all the way back for a touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Checks. To the air on first down. He's going to go for a big one. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Takes it the other way.
Man, does it get any better than that? Creating a turnover on the very first play of the game. You talk about doing this all week, and you talk about, we can beat this team. We're going to go out there and execute. And to do it, the first snap, relief, climbing through the roof, baby.
Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Got a wide open receiver. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Man, you can almost feel the quarterback's eyes getting big on that completion. I don't think even he could believe how wide open his target was. He knew, man, if I just get this to him accurately, something really good is going to happen. That's exactly what transpired. Nice throw, nice catch, nice play.
Using his feet, he's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay defense didn't hang its head. They stood tall after the big play. 3rd and goal coming. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Arkansas.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Pushed out of bounds at the 41, but not before he pulls off a terrific return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
And the Hurricanes come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Looking for the goal line. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage. On the snap, it's Daniels. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. The AT unit on the field. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Makes a move. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. Bunch formation for these receivers. He leaves it with his back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Ferguson.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Sends it back in motion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's going to let it go. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
That's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
They'll leave it with him. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass on second down. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game, and so far they've taken him away.
They got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Daniels. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Gonna take a shot. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Trying to get the edge on the right. Turning it on! Touchdown, Canes! Once he got some room, it was over. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. Just give him the ball, he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
After that latest answer, tying things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They go to the end around to start the drive. That will get them thinking. And the defense was ready when the wide receiver got the ball.
It is so easy when you're a defensive player, when you watch a little misdirection of the ball go one way, to turn and to run. That's not my job. My job is to stay home. The defensive did a good job of that. Defense stayed home, made the play.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The play action fake. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. We've played one, and we are right back where we started. period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. It's 4th and 8 and never a hesitation. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He lets it fly. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point of going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Wide receiver going in motion. Might be changing the route. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Kicking it. They'll go for it. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Looking for a huge play. Grabs it at the 25-inch stride. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21. The Razorbacks love to do it on the ground, but that gives you some opportunities for big plays up top.
No doubt. It makes me commit more to the ground game, bring more guys down. I'm more willing to play man coverage on the outside, and in turn, if the QB can make plays down the field, make strikes, get on the same page as the receiver, it can create some huge plays for this Arkansas offense.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, I That's a good omen for the defense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Got it in the middle, it's Fields. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And the Razorbacks in the hurry-up. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And he get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Rifles it down the middle. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their 3rd possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them to get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it deep.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming into the game that they were going to have success. They had to be efficient throwing the football. They have not been that so far. Whether it's been pass pro, bad routes, bad throws, they're not getting it done right now through the air.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Might be calling a hot route. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's got it inside the 15. And a potentially touchdown-saving tackle made there after the long completion. Looks as if he's going to run it. And they're able to get him down, but not before he gets to the 2. The defense calls the timeout, their 2nd of the day, as they try to get their act together. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Snap to the back. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Back has it. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
They're going to go for it on 4th down with a couple of good options. A 1st down or a touchdown. Tries to get it on the ground. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Miami.
And a 4th and goal situation. Bring in the beef. The goal line package, all the heavy guys, the tight ends, and just pound the rock when you need it. Running back falling forward, getting a touchdown. Offense just went big on your booty.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Oh, Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be stopped, but good work there to get the ball out to the 37. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Pulls it in. It's Brown. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Quick pass on the fly motion. Running into the open space. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. UTSA is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Alamo Dome, but they've struggled to really pull away. They're up by 4 over Air Force. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Moves away as he feels pressure. Makes the catch. It's Hill. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running. Using his legs, it's Daniels. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last run of the half. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to fire deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. 4th down, going to the air. He'll take another shot here. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
And your goal of the defense is to stop him, is to force punts, and then this is just gravy. Now they go for it on 4th down and medium. On their side of the field, you get the big stop and a chance to switch the momentum here in the first half.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Fields. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Quarterback just trying to spit it out to his running back in the flat there, but the defender all over him. As soon as he caught that football, he went down for a loss.
The Razorbacks now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. To the air on 2nd down. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
It'll be 3rd and long. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds space on the right. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a 1st down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent. And
there he goes. Got enough space. Touchdown, Razorbacks. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to throw on 1st down. Going for the big play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Man, if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
Looking downfield very late in the half. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Razorbacks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so What do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Motion from the wide receiver. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Now on second down. Wants to go up top. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. This offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. The give out of the gun. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
This quarterback part of their running game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Canes headed quickly to the line.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
He wants to change this route. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Hey, listen, it's not just the offense that makes adjustments at halftime. The defense does too, and that time maybe showing a little bit of a different look than what they did in the first half. Looked like they confused the quarterback. They're able to come away with a pick.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. Defense more than happy to take that free yardage. Quarterback empties his backfield. From the gun. Under fire. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. The Razorbacks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call it running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards.
Great timing there on that throw by the QB on the out route. Gets it to his guy just in time. He makes the catch, and his momentum takes him out of bounds.
Got 5 wide out spread across the field on 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants and will finally get into the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. So you really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
And the Razorbacks are flying down the field. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the 2nd half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Hauls it in. He's run out of bounds, but they've got it now 1st and goal.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the 1st down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. They'll move the wide receiver. With jet sweep pass. The touch pass goes absolutely nowhere, knocked down for a loss. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. 1 more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. So on 4th and goal, already with the lead, but they'll try to salt this thing away with a touchdown. They just keep firing. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went for it, but when you're up by a couple scores, I think you're just kind of free and like, hey, let's keep scoring points. Let's keep the offense out there. Let's keep the accelerator on. And I guess, hey, who cares? We're not going to lose anyways.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. He'll pull it down and run. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You can tell, drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. And the Canes moving quickly to the line. He might want another play. They'll throw on third and short. Going for the big play. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. But you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback. And again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Yeah, and unfortunately in the fourth quarter, losing, you got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays when they need it the most.
They'll run it from the gun. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of the game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few first downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Looking to throw on third. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Takes the pick back to the 32-yard line, and now this offense will be in business.
Let's go. Talk about having one foot in the grave. This was almost over. They're up by 2 possessions in the fourth quarter, and they got the football. Thank goodness they're choosing to throw the football, not run the clock. Man, we needed that pick. Now it's the offense's turn to go out and make something happen.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Looking to throw on first down. That's reeled in. It's Daniels. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Second down, he'll throw it. Trying to burn this defensive back. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot and see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Spits it out to the back. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And the sense of urgency has got to go up now for the defense, right? You just failed on 4th down. You're trailing just under 3 minutes to go. What can the defense do? Can you create a turnover? Can you at least get a quick 3 and out to give yourselves a chance to win?
It's complete to the right. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Puts it out on the screen. He'll step out of bounds at about the 11.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Bringing the heat. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Oftentimes, defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas! Quick strike through the air for the score.
I got to say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Buffalo is in trouble. Check that. They're in a world of trouble. May want to head out early and grab a table at the Anchor Bowl. They're trailing by 17 to South Carolina. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. They send the tight end in motion. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Gets it out fast. And he's brought down after a nice gain. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm fine with you.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. In that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. With the catch, it's Daniels. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Wants to go up top on 1st down. That's caught. It's Daniels.
Well, here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, a nice job by this offense, continue to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. Play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Trying to get behind the defense. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
You know, these throws to the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for a quarterback. You've got to be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there from the QB.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Fires to the right. Pulls it in. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Quarterback will keep it. Timeout is called with just a single second left. So look at this. They're sending out the kicker to try along. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And this field goal attempt might just seal the deal by making it a 3-score game late. And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. This field goal try to make it a 3-score game late. And they get the icing on the cake, and that might make for some long memories after this one. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game. Possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation.
Yes.